Hello everybody and welcome to today's heat event. Yes, today we came up with something very special. You may wonder where I am and what I'm doing here. And to be honest, I'm wondering also what I'm doing here. But to pick you up, the topic for today's heat event is about data. The data that is created during the roasting process and initially stored locally. But what else can you get out the data and how can you use it more efficiently? To address the second question, I sit down now in a glider and to take you up in the air. And what do you find here, of course? Yes, clouds, you're right. Our software solution, Fabscale, processes the data in the cloud, which offers a lot of advantages. E.g., you have the possibility to access the data from any location and to any time. While we are on the subject of location, below you find our PROBAT headquarters here in Emmerich, close to the Rhine. At this headquarters, we built up a new factory or production area, which is called PROBAT Go. And by the end of September, we will celebrate that with a big event, the Connecting Markets. But now back to our topic. Another advantage is the holistic overview over the collected data. Similar to the view from here. The change of perspective is really good for you. It is a fantastic view and not only makes it easier to process my thoughts, but it also makes it easier for Fabscale to process the data. Of course, there are some reservations regarding cloud data storage. But I can tell you one thing. I also had some reservations regarding this flight in the glider. But the experience is awesome and a lot of fun. And at the end, it's also very safe. Or what do you think, Simon?
Yes, of course.
Very good. Oh well, one more thing at the end. Can you still remember the question, what else you can get out of the data? I've invited now two experts who will answer this question in more detail, and therefore I see you soon. Hello again. Now I'm back on the ground, and normally I would introduce me as Carsten Ehling, the area sales manager, but my colleagues gave me a new nickname, so a warm welcome from Maverick. Yeah, we are here in a co-working space in Cologne, and the plan was to meet here in person with Christian, but yeah, unfortunately he is ill, and so he will participate via a Teams meeting. And beside me, there is Gökhan. He will introduce himself now.
Hi, I'm happy to be here with you and with two of my colleagues here in Köln. And I'm the product manager for controls and digital solutions at PROBAT, and that's why I'm also highly working with Fabscale in product development together. So it's nice to be here.
Yes.
And Christian.
Yes, hello Gökhan, hello Carsten, hello everybody. So first of all, thank you for having me. I want to apologize for not being there with you today. Unfortunately, I was a bit sick this week and I couldn't travel. So thank you again for switching things around and still having me with you. Many of you, of the viewers, might have heard about Fabscale before and seen us before because we had two previous heat sessions where we talked about the vision of Fabscale, where we talked about some specific functions of Fabscale. So we thought this time we wanted to do something a bit different. And we prepared two real-life use cases from Fabscale in order to see our solution applied in a day-to-day setting. And to make this easier, we prepared two short explanatory videos for each of the use cases. And after each of the videos, we're going to have a quick discussion. And please keep in mind that we are live, so feel free to send in questions. And yeah, and I guess we can start with the first video. I think it's going to be about the maintenance area, maintenance manager. Is that right, Carsten?
Yes, all right. Yeah, have fun while watching the video.
Even in today's technology-driven world, many coffee roasting companies depend on outdated methods to keep up with the maintenance of their plant and machinery. Instead of planning ahead, companies rely on Excel sheets, and replacement parts for the machines and services are only purchased when it's too late. Yet not having a structured and comprehensive maintenance plan can lead to avoidable downtime, which is one of the biggest cost-driving factors in roasting plants. Fabscale has a simple-to-install maintenance solution that is tailored to roasting companies. It allows maintenance workers to filter tasks by tags such as downtime, replacement parts, and external services, and to come up with a preventive maintenance plan. Moreover, Fabscale can precisely define the duration of tasks being linked to the machines. Our data-driven approach introduces your roasting company to the many possibilities of predictive maintenance by recognizing crucial patterns which can lead to failures or additional maintenance tasks. Don't continue to miss out on today's potential. Leave us a message at office@fabscale.com and take a step into the future of roasting with Fabscale.
Yeah, that was a short and easy description of the maintenance solution via Fabscale. The question is, Christian, why did you choose maintenance as a use case?
We had several options. So we had 5 or 6 different use cases, but we wanted to go for maintenance for a couple of reasons. So one being that it's an area where failures and errors obviously have a very strong impact. And this impact can also easily be measured. So for example, by downtime, which then we can translate directly to loss of production revenue. So this is one reason. Another reason is that there is a huge amount of data being created from different components, from different machines. So this is all data that we can fetch, merge, analyze, and use. So if we take, for example, a machine or a roaster, we can read out statuses, we can read out alarms, we can track the use of mechanical parts, and so on. So there's a huge amount of data that's being created. And if we collect and combine and share this data from different machines and different components and areas, we can start to recognize dependencies, correlations, and further on even start to predict failures. So it is for sure the area with the highest impact in case of failures. And it's also probably the area with the highest amount of data to work with. And therefore it's predestined for data analytics and obviously then also for Fabscale.
Yeah, okay, thank you. The question in this case is maybe Gökhan, you could answer that. Why is all of this so important for PROBAT?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we are seeing our customers as a partner, and similar to every partnership, we are trying to assist our partners in the best way that we can do. And this is one of the tools here is the maintenance tool. And you already heard that Christian also mentioned that we have big amount of data. We're collecting that. They're available at every stage of the production. So the potential of the collected data is there. So we have to, or we want to use them in a smart way. As one of the ways that maintenance. And what we are aiming here, to keeping our customers assets healthy. I mean, we're always talking with our customers, and we are trying to understand their needs and requirements. And at PROBAT, we are in our product development phase. We are always involving our customers. We are talking with them, and we are trying to understand their problem, their pain points. And with our digital solutions, we are trying to solve those problems or assist them in the best way. So with maintenance tool, basically what we are trying to do, I mean, every unplanned downtime is cost money. And it's also reduced the production line. So if you have the maintenance tool, what you can make here, you can see, okay, I have certain tasks, and you cannot avoid those tasks. You have to make them, but you can make them smartly. You can see your, on one hand, your production line, your production pipeline, and on the other hand, you can see, okay, you also have some tasks, maintenance tasks. You don't only see them, and you can also combine them. I mean, if you see, for instance, you have scheduled maintenance task, you have to stop the machine in order to make this maintenance.
Yes.
And you can combine this kind of maintenance task to reduce downtime. I mean, you don't have to stop the machine, let it cool down, and make the task and produce. And 1 week later, you have another task in pipeline. So what we are making here, you can see those tasks, and you can also, if you like, you don't have to, you can combine them. I mean, this is one of the solutions that we are already delivering. And what is also important in our fast-paced consumer market, you need a reliable delivery time. So by doing so, because you're also adjusting your downtime, you're adjusting your plan, so you can get the best out of your assets. And this is the main target what we are trying to do with our maintenance tool.
Yeah, yeah, that was a very clear description.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. As you were talking about downtimes, there are two words that are coming up with also regarding maintenance, and that are preventive and predictive maintenance.
Yeah.
Christian, could you bring some light into this topic?
Sure. Unfortunately, they sound a bit similar and they get very often confused, but at the end, they're not that hard to differentiate. Let me maybe take one more step back, because in general, we differentiate not between two, but between three types of maintenance. The first one being reactive maintenance. And as the word already says, it's about reacting when something doesn't work. So if my machine stops, I have a look, I see what's wrong, and I fix it. So the problem here is that I allow the damage already to happen. And the consequence is that I might not have the spare part on site. I might not have the know-how to fix it. So I really lose time and I have a lot of downtime. And this is really the absolute worst option and something that we want totally to avoid. So the second one is already one, as you said, it's preventive. So again, as the word says, it's about trying to prevent a failure from happening. And this is when you do what the manufacturer recommends you to do. It's a kind of similar to your car when you go to a service and get everything checked out just to make sure nothing breaks. So this is a kind of similar. And what we do at Fabscale is we help you to plan all these tasks. And by being integrated with a PROBAT, with, for example, with a roaster, we can tell exactly the time when you should perform certain tasks. So just to make an example, so we can tell that if you use your roaster the same way you have used it this month or the last 2-3 months, then the spare part is going to be due in 12 weeks instead of 16 weeks. So this is quite a big help, and this is something that we do already, this preventing from failures. Then there's the last stage, or the last type of maintenance, which is the predictive maintenance. And again, if we take the word predictive, it already implies that we're trying to predict something in the future. And we do that by combining huge amounts of data, or the more data possible, in order to start recognizing patterns, correlations, and from there, I'm trying to understand where there could be failures. So obviously, in order to do this kind of this prediction, we need lots of data. We need data over an extended period of time in order to get more and more precise. This is an ongoing, growing solution. We are right now already very good at preventive maintenance, or at offering a preventive solution. And we are moving step by step more towards a predictive solution. But as I said, it's obviously a thing that needs time and a lot of data. And so it's a step-by-step process. Yeah, I hope this helped making it a little bit more understandable.
Yeah, of course. For me, yeah, it gets clearer and clearer. But yeah, what can PROBAT do to collect all these data? Because it sounds like you need a lot of data.
Yeah, sure. I mean, as Christian already mentioned, that we are at the beginning of our journey. We are now we have a full functioning tool. This is the preventive tool, and you can already start and to generate added value for your assets and for your facility. But what we need to collect data here in order to make the one step forward. As Christian already said, we are aiming for predictive maintenance, and therefore we need the data. We already have them. This is the point is we already have data. Either it is in our pilot 2020, or it is in our MES, or it is in a pilot plant. We need to gather them, and then we have first and big data.
Okay.
But big data, it doesn't make anything better because you have to give life to your data. You have to give sense to your data. You have to make them smart. So what we are doing here, or what we are also in near future going to do to gather the data, and as Christian already said, we will check what dependency we have, which correlations we have. Then we can make this data smart. With the smart data, we can move one step forward and use those smart data in our use cases. For instance, in preventive maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, our pipeline and the product pipeline is full of ideas. But as I already mentioned, that we are developing our products and customer-centric.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking with them, and we are giving priorities to our products. And that is why the next step for us is the predictive maintenance. And I would also mention that our solutions those solutions are tailored for coffee processing industry. I mean, there's a lot of digital solutions on the market, but what we are doing here, we are near the market. With you already know that Fabscale is a joint venture with PROBAT and Cropsta. We're in the market. We know our customer. We know our products. So we are finding solution. We are producing solution for coffee processing industry.
Yeah, as you may know, Fabscale and PROBAT are working very close together.
Yes.
And another question that always comes up at the customer side is, what is the difference between our control system and Fabscale? Well, so yeah, what difference are there?
Okay, you're directing the question to me,
Yeah.
I suppose.
As you want.
I will just answer that, Christian. Feel free if you want to add something. What we're having in the pilot 2020, this is our process intelligence. I mean, you can get best coffee quality with our roaster control system. And you can also play with that. You can also make a perfect recipe, so you can get the best quality and same quality throughout the production. This is what we're doing at PROBAT. What we're delivering with Pilot 2020. What we're doing with Fabscale, this is more like business intelligence. I mean, once more, PROBAT is process intelligent, and Fabscale is business intelligent. So you can. I mean, if you are in the process, you're just looking at your machine. You're in low level of the controls. Mm-hmm. With a Fabscale, you can see the bigger picture. Okay. So then you can make smart decisions. As I've mentioned before, you can generate KPIs and so on. Yeah.
Yeah, I think now we have a good overview over the maintenance topic, but yeah, we have another topic and also created a video, and the next topic is about quality. So please enjoy the video.
In today's technology-driven world, transforming data into actionable information is essential for high-quality coffee roasting. Yet, quality data is often stored on paper or in isolated Excel files and therefore excluded from comprehensive reports that allow setting these data into relation with data from other areas of the company. This leads to a loss of transparency and time. By using software that enables you to set goals and ranges for different parameters, reporting can be done in a matter of seconds. Fabscale allows you to customize the quality-related information you want to store for every single batch according to your needs. Besides the better-known parameters such as roast color, roasted moisture, density, and sensorial score, Fabscale permits you to store additional information as quenching duration, turning point, end temperature, number of reduction steps, and many more. Moreover, because of close collaboration with PROBAT, you will enjoy the benefits of an easy integration and the most precise data acquisition from PROBAT systems. Don't continue to miss out on today's potential. Leave us a message at office@fabscale.com and take a step into the future of roasting with Fabscale.
Yes. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I have nearly the same question like with the maintenance topic. Why is quality such an important topic for Fabscale?
Yeah, this is mainly due because we saw that a lot of our customers and a lot of people in the industry are still tracking quality data in a very, very old-fashioned way. So this means this could even be on a really physical sheet of paper, but it's mostly in an Excel tablet somewhere. And this data gets entered and it stays there, and it's not ever used anymore. So we have a few things. So first of all, obviously, we don't want to see any more paper in factories. I guess that time is over. But we also want to change a couple of other things. So we want to have the quality data stored with the other data. So we want quality data stored with the batch data in order to have a better transparency and better traceability. And what this allows us to do then is to combine the quality data with other data and set it into relation. So just a typical example for is if we combine production data, quality data, and maintenance or availability data, we can define KPIs as OEE, as overall equipment efficiency, and many others. So this information is quite important, but it's left outside by now by many of our customers. So this is why we thought that might be interesting to many of our viewers.
Okay. Yeah, I think in this big amount of data, PROBAT is also involved, or what do you say, Gökhan?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I will start with that. I mean, we are delivering as PROBAT the best solution in coffee processing industry, best digital solutions, best machinery, but our customer has know-how, their business and their products. So they have, we're delivering them the solutions, delivering them the control solutions, the digital solutions. So what we're aiming here, we want to keep our, we want to enable our customer. So how we are doing that? We have PROBAT digital solutions ecosystem, and we are talking about Fabscale. We're talking about PROBAT. And these solutions, they all belong to PROBAT's digital solution ecosystem. We are working together. I mean, let's say, okay, we have, or all the way around, we have a control pyramid. As you all know, we have shop floor. Let's say we have this control level, and now we're at pilot 2020. At this stage, we know everything what our machine's doing. So we're generating data. Yeah. We go one level higher. So we are at MES. So we are generating data. And then we are going one level or many levels higher. And we're now in cloud solutions. And in this case, the Fabscale is our solution, not partner, our solution here. And let's say we have pilot 2020, we have our pilot plant, we have Fabscale. And we're talking about the quality data. And let's take the case that we're talking about the color, the end product color. It is really simple. Yes, yeah. And you can have this data, this information in pilot 2020, because you have the inline color sensor, yep. So you automatically get your color. Or you can go to MES, and there you can also give this information. You can also say, okay, my color is 90. But they are more or less standalone solutions. What we are doing with a Fabscale, Fabscale gathers all the information. And regardless where your machinery is, I mean, let's take the case, you have one facility in Amsterdam, and another one is in Berlin.
That would be nice.
And New Year is coming, and Christmas is coming, and you're producing a lot of coffee. And you want to keep also your quality in the range. And you can set goals, the quality goals. Let's stay with the color. You can set colors. Let's assume you're producing the same recipe in different cities. And you can see with a Fabscale solution, okay, my machine in Amsterdam hitting the quality targets, but I have problem in Berlin. So you can see it in centralized solution. This is the Fabscale. This is what we are delivering you with the Fabscale solutions.
Okay, that makes it very clear for me now. Okay. Thank you for that. Christian, you were talking about KPIs. How are the KPIs fixed, or have the customer any chances to personalize it, or what can he do?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, our system is really tailored for the industry. So by the information that we get from batch protocols or from a database from the Pilot 2020, we try to create all the possible KPIs and give the user the option to choose the KPIs he wants to see from a broad range of pre-existing KPIs, obviously depending on the data he gets from his systems. And we have also several options on how those KPIs can be displayed. They can be displayed over time, by roster, and there's a few more options. So there's really already quite a huge choice of KPIs. We have the same for parameters. We have really a long range of parameters that could be added, saved or stored with every batch. So there's already a very big choice for the customer. Obviously, if there's a KPI that we don't have, and then but where the data is available, we are very willing to implement it together with the customer. So this is obviously something we can sit together and see. But we obviously try already by really focusing on the processes of the industry, on really the coffee production, to have most of the KPIs that are needed already in our standard repertoire.
And why is it is important that Fabscale is a cloud solution? What is the idea behind? What makes it so efficient for software to be cloud-based?
Really, cloud technologies are what are making this kind of analytics or data solutions even possible. So at the moment we have a combination of different technologies that have been developing, from processing power to cloud technology, that really started to make this even affordable. So if you would replicate all the analytics and everything on site, it would be really expensive. First of all, you would need a lot of specialized know-how, which is hard to get and expensive. And then again, imagine only if you have to scale up or scale down the system, you already would have to add expensive hardware to sell expensive hardware. So all these things are not needed anymore. So this is the one advantage. Another one is that the cloud obviously allows us to run very complex meta analytics, let's say, across different plants, across different sites, across different systems, which is also quite unique and hardly to replicate on site. Furthermore, the system obviously can be reached from anywhere at any time with nearly every device. Security is a big issue for us, so we are absolutely convinced, or we know by now also by experience, that security in the cloud is better than on site as well, by being everything encrypted and stored and backed and always at the highest, the newest security standards. So yeah, there's a whole set of advantages for this kind of solutions being a cloud. And the biggest one being that the cloud is really what is making this type of technology possible.
Okay, very good. Another question: how easy it is to implement Fabscale? Do I need any further electrical components, sensors, electrical cabinets, or what do I have to do if I want to implement Fabscale?
Fabscale is very easy to implement by being a cloud-based solution. What we need on site is only a virtual machine or a small PC, one for each plant. And that helps us translating, encrypting the data, and sending it to the cloud. So this is really all on hardware that we need. Everything else can be set up remotely. We don't need any downtime of the roasters. So this is something that we can do while the production is running as usual. And so we don't need anything else. Obviously, we are only as good as the data that we get, and therefore We have better data if there are sensors on the roaster, for example. If there's energy sensors, then we can combine the energy data as well. So this makes it more interesting, but this is not part of the installation of Fabscale, obviously. So yeah, it's really simple to implement.
Very good. That was it from my side. Gökhan, do you have something?
I'd like to add a couple of points. I mean, I already took notes for that. I mean, we've been talking about pilot ecosystem and pilot 2020. And I just want to mention once more that you don't necessarily have pilot 2020. Of course, it is beneficial if you have that, because this is our higher standard and newest standard. So if you have that, then you will get most out of the Fabscale products. But it doesn't mean that it wouldn't work with the older system. I mean, please, if you have older system, you can also contact with us. We will come up with some idea, and we already did. I mean, it is not theoretically, we already implement Fabscale on all those older machines. And I said, I think at least a couple of times that we are really working with our customers together. We are in our product development process is customer-centric. So if you have any questions, if you have any wishes, needs, requirements, ideas that you want to see in our Fabscale products or PROBAT, in the PROBAT digital solutions, please contact us. So we are happy to hear from you. We are happy to help you and assist you throughout this hard time like COVID, Christian.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks. Let me maybe add one last thing. As you already said, yeah, there was a perfect statement. So we don't need a pilot 2020. It's a fantastic system that already it's a plug and play for us. So it delivers a lot of information in a very easy way. So it's really fantastic. But we obviously can connect to all the machines. We can connect to the batch protocols with PLCs. So there's a few more ways how we can gain access data. And the one last thing is also that our system is built in a very agnostic way. So we are connecting to PROBAT. Obviously, we have a very deep knowledge and we're working together with PROBAT. But the plan is also to move further off from not to just roasters, more towards grinders, packaging machines. So obviously to cover all the areas of the plant and not just only a PROBAT. So this is maybe one addition. What Gökhan said.
One solution for all. Yeah, we're aiming that.
That's the plan, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I have to say thank you also to Gökhan and Christian and for the audience. I hope you liked our today's heat event. And yeah, we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bye. Take care.
Bye. Take care.